Hey guys, it's Kim here with Fairily Fiber Fun. Thanks for joining me on another spinning tutorial. Today I am core spinning a practice bat. This is an art bat that I made to see how the different add-ins, different textural pieces work in spinning. So I created this bat using leftover pieces of pre-felt that I had trimmed off of my wet felt coasters. And some of the pieces are teeny tiny, I call that confetti, and then some were long skinny strips and some were big chunks. And I even have little bits of yarn that I had cut at about 2.5 inches long pieces, somewhere around there. And I just wanted to see, do I need the yarn longer, shorter? What about the felt? How does the felt work? And core spinning is something new. I didn't have to core spin this. I just kind of wanted to see how it would go. Also, the core I'm using is an acrylic eyelash type yarn that I found at the thrift store and snatched it up because that's like the perfect core with all the fuzzy bits poking off of it every direction. It'll grab hold of that wool and the wool won't slide. So love using this core. So I had to try out the core and the bat at the same time, Anyways, I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to the texture as it came out. Just kind of let it do its thing. Some of the bits of felt, the little tiny bits fell off, which is okay. It's kind of like using wool naps. You're going to lose some. And I discovered I didn't really care for the big chunks of felt, so I will only be using confetti instead of the big pieces. So felt confetti. And they can be used exactly the same as you would wool naps. It's just that they're not round and they're not fully felted, which makes it actually easier to work with. So, just having fun. I'm not very experienced with a core spinning. I'm fairly new to it, fairly new to art yarns, and I had a lot of fun with this, but it took a bit to get up my confidence and start to really feel like I was in a groove and things were going smoothly. It doesn't help that the bat has a ton of texture, and it is really hard to just let go and let the texture do its own thing. You kind of want to micromanage it here and there, but it was a lot of fun, and I had to learn to just let go and go with the flow, which was fabulous and a much valued lesson. This is a very relaxing spin, and I enjoyed it so much. So while I am spinning some more, I did want to say thank you so much for joining me today. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. And if you are a new viewer, welcome to my channel. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And don't forget to hit the notification bell and so you don't miss new videos. And give today's video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. I said that out of order and had trouble with it, but that's okay. Yeah. So if you notice that section that I had struggled with, that was a big chunk of felt. So I really enjoyed the yarn. The yarn was fun. So I will definitely be working with more yarn scraps in the future. And I think shorter than this would not be great, but longer would be fine. So I'm glad I didn't cut them any shorter. So I just took different bits of yarn, commercial and hand spun, and chopped it up into somewhere around the same size. I think I kind of wrapped it around and around my hand and then just cut both ends of the wrapping, and that was how long they turned out to be, which is fine. But it was so much fun, and I love the only parts I didn't like was the big chunks of felt. Those didn't do well at all. You might like them, but I don't particularly. So Now I'm using the cube, the spinny cube from Forever Growing LLC, and trying to figure out, you know, the take up and the speed and everything, and then realizing, oh yeah, I've got to add the singles into here. So what I'm using as my plying thread is mercerized cotton that I purchased for a friend when she went out of business, and when she closed her business. And so I got her entire stash, what was left in her store, and a ton of it. So I thought I would use it for plying because it's so much fun to do. It's slippery, so you can do the super coils. So coil a section and then push it up really tight against the previously coiled section. Now this eats the yardage bad. Look how pretty that is. Like, that's turning out so pretty. I'm really loving it. So this really eats up the yardage, but it makes some really cool textured yarn, and it's so much fun. I can't wait to start using some of these in weaving. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to knit with them. I might try at some point, but I'm thinking that'll be fun accents in woven pieces. I am trying to work really close to the orifice so that I don't put too much twist into the binding thread, the plying thread. But you know, if you find yourself putting too much twist in your thread, you can always ply or spin your plying thread the other direction before you do your plying. That way you have something to work with as you add twist back into it. It doesn't get over twisted. I love watching this part. I love watching other people do this too. So mesmerizing. Like, I'm gonna have to do something like this again and just leave it spiral plied because that's really pretty too. I kind of like both, like the spiral plied and the super coils. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I certainly enjoy making the yarn, and I think it was a huge success. So you guys enjoy whatever it is that you're doing that makes you happy, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!